The Ambassador of Venezuela to Nigeria, Mr. David Caraballo, says his country's government will continue to defend its sovereignty and the human rights of its citizens against sanctions of the U.S. Caraballo made this known during the bicentennial commemoration of the Battle of Carabobo and the independence of Venezuela, which was held in the University of Abuja. Caraballo said that President Nicolas Maduro had reached out to dialogue with the government of U.S. on the condition that Venezuela's sovereignty will be protected, but the U.S. had failed to honor the dialogue.
For us, the main lesson of Carabobo is the importance of the unity in the objective, the goals of the people, the unity, the necessity to fight for the independence, the necessity to fight for sovereignty, the necessity to fight for the self-determination and the right of the people and the country to promote his own way to development, the social investment, the social development, his own right to build the democracy, to build the republic. Africa and Latin America, Nigeria and Venezuela, we have common roots, we have the same history, we have the mixed relation in the process to build our nations, and I believe this 200th anniversary of the Carabobo battle is the inspiration for Venezuelan people to continue fighting against the unilateral question measures, against the interests of the United States, against the self-determination right of Venezuelan people. The blood of Africa flowed in Venezuela. We talk about Africa like the mother. The President Chavez, the Commander Hugo Chavez said, the Mother Africa is part of our history, our culture, our independence process. In Venezuela, the National Dialogue Board is working with the different political parties of the opposition. The internal process, the internal political discussion is working well. We go to the parliamentary election in December. We have the new National Electoral Council. We are working to organize the new governors and mayor election in November. The main issue is not the internal situation, because the people and the country is in peace with the people, is working to solve the economic impasse of the unilateral question measures, and we are defending our independence and our freedom from the foreign interest to promote the intervention in our affairs.
Professor Abdulrashid Na'Allah, Vice Chancellor of University of Abuja, appreciated the Venezuelan embassy for the opportunity to teach the students international history. Na'Allah, represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Abubakar Abba, said the Carabobo Day was not just a historical document, but a lesson for students to protect the nation's democracy and interests.
As students of history, history has beckoned on you to not only differentiate between the chaff and the corn, especially in this current international dispensation. There are a lot of thieves, deceptions, mischiefs, etc., going on. There are nations and countries. There are agencies, international agencies and platforms that are ready, willing, and are desperate in hijacking and mobilizing African youth and students negatively. It behoves on you to open your eyes and shine them. You must, by the intellectual assignments placed on your fragile young shoulders, you should be able to know who is your friend and who is your enemy at the international system. The Carabobo is not only speeches. Carabobo is more than just a historical document. Carabobo is a way of life in itself, a life of struggle, a life of independence, a life of liberations, a life of what? Sovereignty. A nation that is not free, a nation that is not independent in every aspect of its national life, a nation that is not sovereign vertically and horizontally, internally and externally, is a nation at bay.
The event was attended by ambassadors and members of the diplomatic corps from Cuba, Argentina, Syria, Iran, Jamaica, and Palestine.